Consumer spending is holding strong, and Robinhood is looking to cash in. The company announcing the launch of its first ever credit card, the Robinhood Gold Card. Vlad Tenev, Robinhood co-founder and CEO, joins me now. Vlad, always great to get some time with you. This is a pretty big deal for your company. We've been tracking your company in the weeks ahead of this launch. Why are you getting into the credit card business?
Well, simply put, our goal is to be the place where our customers custody all of their assets and where all of their transactions go through. And if you look at how to grow wallet share and help our customers build wealth, their spending is one of the most important ways they use money. And the bulk of our customers are credit card primary. Once you start using a credit card, you tend to not go back to other methods. And so we knew that that was a place where we wanted to be. And we felt like if you look at the credit card business, very high margins, very profitable. There's really an opportunity to cut out the fat and give more value into the pockets of our customers.
What is it like now that you're going to go head to head with some really old companies? I mean, you have Amex, Visa, and a MasterCard. Do you worry about that you can't take market share from these companies?
I mean, when we look at what we wanted to do, we didn't want to just come out with a Me Too product. We wanted to differentiate on rewards. We wanted to differentiate on user experience, and of course, the design. And I think we've been able to do that in all three categories. The rewards, I believe, are the best in the industry. Nothing can compare. The design and the user experience, the digital experience, I think we're very proud. The team is very proud of what we've built. We really have, not just business people and technologists at Robinhood, but we have great artists too. And I think we've made what I believe is the most iconic card on the market. And it resonated with customers. So during the event, which was at nighttime,
it was very Steve Jobs-ish. I was watching it. You were on stage unveiling the product. It was something different for Robinhood, I think.
Something different. And within the first few hours after the event, hundreds of thousands of people have signed up already to get the card. So the response has just been amazing.
When does it officially launch?
We're going to start rolling it out in a number of weeks to the outside world. I mean, some people already have it, but yeah, I think
that's a lot of folks. So what is
it's very soon.
What's the criteria to get one of these cards, and do you bring that risk onto your balance sheet? What are the financial mechanics behind it?
Yeah, so the criteria is you just have to be a gold member. One of the things that's really special about this card is it's a premium card. So it's a card that, to even get rewards and perks approaching this, you have to be a high net worth individual at other places. And most don't even offer anything like it. And we wanted to make it available to all gold customers. And gold is as little as $5 a month, right? So it's really intended to be a mass market product.
Why no fee? I talk to the Amex team all the time. They're making bank. I mean, they charge these fees every year. People are willing to pay fees. Do you see yourself putting a fee on this at some point?
Well, so you have to be a gold member.
So it's what, $5 a month?
Yes, and there's an annual plan as well. But I think adding additional fees is something I've generally been against because it makes it complex. So we want to make it as simple as possible. If you're a gold subscriber, you get that private client experience that you'd have to be a high net worth customer of a big institution to get. And we wanted it to be accessible to everyone.
Is this, how important was it to launch before the second half of this year? It looks like we might get some rate cuts. Theoretically, that should be good for consumers. And here's Robinhood with its first ever credit card. I mean, year one, how big could this be financially for your company?
I think that we're a very long-term focused company. I think the goal is obviously, the intention is for the business, the credit card business on a standalone business to be a profitable business for Robinhood. We think we'll get there. But the other thing we really care about is growing the ecosystem. When we look at customers that sign up for Gold, we see that they adopt our other products at a much higher rate. The average revenue that we generate as a business from these customers scales with the amount of value we're giving them. And once they're using the 5% APY on your cash, which is one of the highest interest rates out there, the retirement match, I mean, you're getting a ton of value, and we see customers putting more and more of their wallet share, more of their money into Robinhood, and that growing over time. So I think it could be very significant. As we add more things to Gold, the value proposition becomes so strong, and I think we will see people putting more and more of their finances onto the platform.
You know, I was reading a good note from the Bernstein team this morning on the product launch, and I came away thinking, Robinhood's not really just a trading platform anymore. How do you want investors to view your company?
Well, I think over the long run, I've been very clear that the goal is for all of your assets to be custodied in Robinhood, all financial assets, investment, retirement, and every time you do a financial transaction, that should go through Robinhood. We should be able to help our customers with that. And that space, the overall space, is gigantic. I mean, even just one of these new product lines that we've launched, retirement, which we launched a little bit over a year ago. So in the first year, we got up to about 1.4 billion in assets under custody and retirement accounts. And then we just announced that yesterday we crossed 4 billion. So it took us about a year to get to 1.5 billion. And then the first 3 months of this year went from 1.5 to 4 billion. So the growth has been really amazing, kind of on the backs of the 3% match that we're giving customers. But you put that in context of the overall IRA industry. So self-directed retirement accounts in the US have 14 trillion in assets, right? So it's a gigantic market. And we just, I get excited by the fact that we have what I believe is the best product by far. And there's so much room to run with this, so much more assets we can serve for our customers.
Just given the focus on retirement, and I'm hearing a more mature Robinhood from you, Vlad, and I've had continued to hear this. Do you agree, with Larry Fink, that we are in a retirement crisis, and how do your companies like yourself evolve to address something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think people really need to take the initiative to take care of their retirement on their own. We're kind of past the point where you join a company, you work there for 20 or 30 years or more, and you can count on the pension plan. People are working multiple jobs in some cases. They have multiple sources of income. They go from one job to the next. And so when you're in that regime, it's even more important to have an individual retirement account and take control of your own finances. And we just didn't feel like there were great products that made that really easy for customers. I think for a really long time, the retirement account was viewed as like this profit center, as a way to kind of squeeze more economics from customers into the bottom lines of these big, bulge bracket brokerages. And so the way we kind of combat this and help solve the problem is by building these great products. And can your individual retirement account actually compete with an employer-sponsored plan? And I think with things like the match, getting the user experience really good, we're also now offering retirement benefits to gig economy workers and kind of stepping in to provide that safety net. And I think you will see that continuing to resonate. More and more customers, more and more independent contractors kind of opting for our individual retirement account products.